Move on now to some domestic politics, because I'm going back to Westminster to our top man, GB News political editor Chris Hope. Chris, you've got a big exclusive for us. There's been a defection today from the Labour Party to Reform. Over to you.
That's right, Martin. Away from all the baubles and all the fun of Windsor, it's quite interesting politically here. We've got, for the first time ever, a democratically elected politician, an elected politician in England, has defected from Labour Party to Reform UK. He's called Mason Humberstone, and he's a councillor in Stevenage, and he joins me now. Mr. Humberstone, welcome to GB News. Why have you jumped ship?
It's Chris. It's a very simple one, really. I think I'm a traditional working class lad. My family is the experiences which and those values and principles which have shaped me and the person that I am. When I joined Labour, I was met with a kind of a stark difference, and I tried to come to terms with that and kind of battle the good fight within the party. But at the end of the day, I have to be able to look myself in the mirror and know that I've done right by my family, my residents, and the wider community and the country. And I came to the term, at great kind of personal disappointment and upset that if I stayed within Labour, I would lose my conscience and thus the values and principles that I stand for and that are so dear to me.
You can see there on our screens now how Reform UK are trumpeting your defection. But I've got to ask you, you're leaving a party with 399 Labour MPs in Parliament. You're joining one with just 5. That number could increase during the Parliament, but they're tiny. I mean, how can they make the change? Surely Labour can make the change. They've got all the MPs. They've got the power.
No, well, the problem is that they're not making that change. And they're leaving so many of my residents and ordinary people across the country behind. And we need politics on the centre left and right. Both main political parties have successively failed the United Kingdom for decades. And I've come to that stark reality, and it's disappointing. It upsets me because they've had a massive general election, and what have they done? They've been mired in scandal. They have no vision. And they've let so many people down, and it's going to get worse. And I can't stand by, and I can't stomach that. So I know that it is of great personal risk to me, but I had to do the right thing, and I had to move. And I'm looking forward to supporting that overall movement and mission to ensure that we can get some real change done.
Have you had a random call lately from a strange number, maybe trying to sell you something or even scam you? If so, your info could be out there. That's because of data brokers, shady companies that scrape the internet for your personal details and sell them to marketers or even scammers. These days, scammers can even use AI to mimic your friends' voices and trick you into sending money. It's not just annoying. Data brokers often target vulnerable people with high interest loans or sketchy offers. But there is a solution. Incogni, the sponsor of this video. Incogni contacts data brokers on your behalf and requests your info be deleted from their databases. And because your data can keep popping up, Incogni keeps sending removal requests to make sure it stays gone. They've just launched a new unlimited plan with custom removals. If you find your info on a weird website, just send them the link and their privacy team will work to get it taken down. Getting started is easy. Hit the link in the description, create your account and let Incogni handle the rest. It's risk-free for 30 days and you'll get 60% off an annual plan with the code GBNews. Take back control of your data with Incogni.
Yeah, Mr. Humberstone, your defection has not gone down well locally with Labour. The local Labour MP for Stevenage, Kevin Bonavia, he says that Reform, your new party, thrives on fear and division and has no practical solutions to our country's future. How do you respond to that?
I'm not surprised that they've said that. I've tried to keep the high ground. I'm not going to get involved in the vitriol and the smearing and the slander, because that's what they've done, and that's not how I do politics. That's not how, from what I've seen, from all the love and support that I've received from so many millions of people up and down this country that support change, support reform, have been nothing but welcoming. I think at the end of the day, I'm disappointed that they've went down that road.
route. Well, if I may, so when you were elected as a councillor for Old Town in Stevenage in 2023 as a Labour candidate, surely now you've gone to Reform UK. That is a complete jump across the ideological divide. Should you put yourself up for a by-election locally to give voters in Stevenage a chance to understand and decide whether they want a Reform UK councillor, not a Labour one?
So the reality is, I've not just jumped ship after a 4-year kind of win, and I've got years left. I'm up for election in a few months. My belief system has not changed. Why waste tens of thousands of taxpayer money when I'm up for election relatively soon? And my residents will have the opportunity to put to go to the voting booths and to decide if they would like to re-elect me as their local representative. And I look forward to that battle. I look forward to making a strong case for representing them.
Well, thank you, Mr. Humberstone. Well, let's see how those huge local elections go in May next year. I've got to ask you one final question. Will other Labour councillors join you and jump towards Reform UK? Are you the first, or are you the only one, or the first of many?
Well, as I said, it's been a lot. It's been overwhelming, and I know that there's a lot of colleagues that are sad to see me go, but a lot of colleagues share the same view, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen, and I will support them in any way that I can. My DMs are open, my email is open. They can give me a call, and I'll support them to join the movement that's going to change our great nation.
OK, so you're saying more to come, more to come.
More to come.
Mason Humberstone, thank you for joining us there. He's the newest Reform UK councillor, of course, in Stevenage. Martin.
Well, thank you, Chris. So a lot of people have been criticising the Reform Party, saying it's starting to feel like a Tory club. Well, here we go, the first Labour crossover there. Chris Hope, superb as ever. The interview they all wanted, we got it on the day. Best in the business.
At GB News, we believe in the power of free speech. We're not afraid to ask the tough questions, challenge the status quo, and give you a voice. While others silence dissent, we champion the truth. By becoming a GB News member, you're not just supporting free speech, you're defending it. Please consider supporting us today. Together, we'll hold the powerful to account and make sure that your voice is always heard. Simply go to gbnews.com/support and stand with us for what matters most.